Real golf talk. This is Play It Where It Lies, a Bash Brothers Media golf show and podcast.
Well, Stuart, we're going to have to play it where it lies out here today because it has gotten as hot as can be at Deerfield Golf Club.
Certainly has, John. Certainly has. It's great to be out here, but boy, that sun is beating down on us now.
I think you caught the worst of it over there, facing the sun without the hat. But you got some new shades.
I got some new shades from our dear friends here at Deerfield, Billy Allen. Well, kindly gave me these, so at least I can see something.
Well, and you're looking good, and we're feeling good. We're out here at Deerfield Golf Club. If you haven't noticed, Play It Where It Lies from Bash Brothers Media. So exciting. Last week we had the most viewers that we've had. It's been going up every week, and this show keeps getting bigger and bigger. And as we launch our tee shot today, Stuart, it's really exciting to be here. I know at Deerfield Golf Club, one of you and my favorite golf courses, and one of the great golf courses here in Mississippi.
No doubt, it is a terrific golf course. It's always been in the best condition of any of the golf courses around here. Quick greens, beautifully maintained.
Really quick greens.
Yeah, beautifully maintained course, looks spectacular out there, and just a great bunch of people out here.
Absolutely.
Both the owners, the pros running it, and the members too. You know, they got a good following out here, and it's enjoyable to come out.
We'll talk with some of those people later in the show. Head pro Billy Allen, assistant pro Ollie Thompson, longtime friend of the program. Those guys are so much fun, so can't wait to visit with both of them. We're going to have a little tip segment with our PGA pro Ollie Thompson. Stuart and I are going to have a putt-off at the end, which will tell you about the first ever Play It Where It Lies putt-off. But Stuart, this is a good time to do this show, you know, because when we talk all week, you know, PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, this is kind of, I won't say a dead zone in golf, but with the Rocket Mortgage Racquetball League Classic, like Joe's favorite over there. Yeah. This is a good time, I think, in the year for us to highlight some local golf.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, we're coming up towards the end of the season now, where, you know, those people who are already in the top 5, top 10, top 30 are kind of set in their schedule now. You know, they may or may not be going to play the Irish Open or the Scottish Open before the Open Championship, and so there's not an awful lot going on. You know, as you say, this week. Nothing against the Rocket Mortgage tournament, but it is a quieter time of year in golf.
Of course, the Open Championship coming up soon, and we'll get Ollie Thompson's thoughts on that, Billy Allen as well, and we'll have two Brits on one show in the same hour. Like, can that happen anywhere in Mississippi other than here?
Probably not. Probably not.
And we're glad to have everybody else, like we said, and it is getting hot here, and we'll be here throughout the course of this show, certainly, and hopefully in the weeks to come, as we really enjoy all the guys out here at Deerfield and Play It Where It Lies. You know, I was explaining the show earlier to Tim, who was inside, and I said, well, you know, it's the Play It Where It Lies show, and he said, well, these, you know what, need to learn how to play it where it lies out here, Stuart, and they went into this long, you know, tower that's 73s, really, and 80, and it is a big deal, I think, as we go around course by course, especially in amateur golf. Like, put the ball down, like, leave it there, and, like, play the freaking thing, like we're doing today, right?
We know, you know, I have strong feelings on those things, and I'm a firm believer in playing it where it lies and putting it out, and I think Ollie will confirm that's the way it's played in Britain all the time. I'd never seen moving the ball around a fairway, you know, unless it was in the middle of winter and you're picking it up and cleaning it because it was so much water on the ground. But anyway, you know, I'm a great believer in Play It Where It Lies, and it's an apt name for our show.
And you take we'll get a look at Deerfield Golf Club today. We'll see some overhead shots. We'll look at some holes, and really, really excited to be out here. Stuart, as we get into our re-tee, I just want to revisit our promotion. So first of all, there's a Play It Where It Lies prize putt-off. So we gave our audience a chance. We're going to be putting against each other and representing one audience member. And so it was like for me, and retweet for the Gent, because we really wanted to spread word about the show. So if I wanted people to actually retweet it, I know they had to do retweet with the Gent. You know what I mean? But it was pretty even, though, people picking me and you.
All right, well, that's good, you know. I mean, they don't know the fact, and I'm sure you didn't tell them that this is your home course, and this is your home putting green, and you have your own putter, and I don't have anything.
Yeah, but they know you, though. They know the Gent, like when the money's on the line, the ball's in the hole.
That's the main thing in there. So I think it's going to be good. I think it'll get close.
I'm going to be representing Jason Guthrie, and you're going to be representing Willie Mack.
Well, Willie Mack, you know, put your money on me, okay?
We appreciate everybody logging in on social media and following the show. Again, bashbrothersmedia.com on the website. We're on Facebook, bashbrothersmedia.com, or facebook.com/bashbrothersmedia, of course, on Twitter. You can get the podcast, iTunes, Google Play, but we encourage you, if you're listening to the podcast, check out the video show this week, because we got a great scene out here at Deerfield, and we're going to have a lot of cool kind of on-screen elements. Like I said, tips from Ollie, our putt-off still to come. And then the big promotion, you talk about a re-tee. Now, if you're watching this show, this promotion is in effect. Stuart, a set of brand new, fresh out of, not even unwrapped, AP3 Titleist irons, as well as some Southern Beverage swag. I mean, can you get more out of sharing a show and getting into a show than a brand new set of Titleist AP3s?
It's hard to believe. Southern Beverage has been a great sponsor over the years for us, and a great price. I mean, terrific. I like the AP3 irons a lot. You know what I mean? And in fact, was just hitting one the other day and trying it out. And
did you get it off the ground?
I did, and I tried the new Titleist driver too for the first time, the TS2, and boy. With that hazardous smoke shaft in it, boy, that's a hard driver.
Did someone say smoke?
I said smoke.
Let's keep going. You know, look, the AP3 is of course courtesy of the guys out here at Deerfield Golf Club. I'm a member out here at Deerfield. I love it so much, and we'll talk about the course throughout the show. But the AP3 is courtesy of Deerfield, and I do want to shout out our Southern Beverage guys. You see the great beers in front of us. We've got Grayton Beach Blonde, Ghost River Brewing, and Tin Roof, and that's courtesy of Southern Beverage. And Matt Jeffries, Grayton Beach Blonde, easy drinker. You want to bring the beach to you. For those that can't make it down, it feels like a beach.
It feels like a beach.
I need some sand and an umbrella.
These cans are starting to sweat a little now.
Those cans are looking pretty good.
It's time to empty them.
I mean, when I play golf, it's sand and water all the time anyways. You know what I mean? So it feels like a beach. Ghost River Brewing in Memphis, easy drinking. Think Mick Ultra, says the notes. I don't really want to think Mick Ultra.
No,
this
let's
beer
not.
was
Let's not.
brewed. But Ghost River Brewing in Memphis, it is really good. And Tin Roof, which you guys know a lot about, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Blonde Game Day Crusher, easy to drink. That's what I've got right here, a little Tin Roof. The Blonde Ale is delicious. We're going to visit with Ollie Thomson soon, so make sure you get into both of those promos, especially for the AP3 Titleist promo. Share the show, certainly. You got to follow Bash Brothers, follow Deerfield on Facebook, and tag a friend, and that will enter you to win. It'll run through Monday, and what a lucky winner. Can you believe that?
I mean,
I'd probably rather have
great price.
I'd rather have the cases of beer, I think, maybe, than the AP3s, but because I'll just snap a couple of those AP3s in about 5-6 months.
Let's not get into that conversation again.
Well, real quick, I want to get to our awards, and another something that Deerfield's a part of, our Play It Where It Lies awards. First tee of Mississippi. Big shout out Margot Coleman. I was over there on Wednesday morning, and Margot Coleman and Rick Cleveland and so many of the people involved in the board with the first tee, they've partnered with the Urban League of Jackson and 100 Black Men to really double down and continue to put golf in the lives of young kids. I know Deerfield has first tee out here, and they take a big part in it. Stuart, we support that all the way here on this show.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's no better thing for junior golf and for youngsters all around to get a good grounding in life and life's lessons.
And learn how to play some golf. I mean, they were out there hitting beach balls, you know? It's like, I think I need a beach ball to hit sometimes.
Sometimes I feel like
small,
I need
man. It's like too small, or the hole bigger or something.
And the first tee is it's always a great one to give it to. You know?
Absolutely.
And it really is. And I'm going this week with Play It Where It Lies. I can't leave out Zack Suka, you know. I really can't. It was a great story. And when people say he fell apart on the back nine, it was really only the 10, 11, and 12. You know, I mean, he dropped 5 strokes in 3 holes. Ches Reesby caught him up. Everybody thought that was it. It was all over for him. But he came back on Sunday, chipped in on 18 for par to finish tied second with Keegan Bradley. You know, only needs 80 more FedEx Cup points now. And
he had made no money.
He's made no money all his career.
And now he's got Stuart Conway money.
Now he's got more than Stuart Conway money. Yeah, he's got some good sponsors too, I bet there, you know.
Not possible. Well, look, he's Stuart Conway. I'm John Wiener. This is Play It Where It Lies. We're at Deerfield Golf Club here in Gluckstadt, and we're going to welcome in the PGA Pro Ollie Thomson next to talk all about the course. He's got a very interesting story that we'll talk about as well. Have a little fun. We'll get some tips to chip. Let's call it that. You see what we did there. Stay with us. Play It Where It Lies.
Golf puts you in tough spots. We play it where it lies.
Play it where it lies, getting bigger all the time. We're here at Deerfield Golf Club. Stuart the Gent Conway, I'm John Wiener, and we're joined by a special guest right now, our good friend, head PGA pro out here, Ollie Thomson. And Ollie, first of all, just thanks for letting us out here, providing some gear, and certainly the big Titleist giveaway that we're having, but we're glad to be out here.
Well, thank you, John. I'm really glad you guys could join us and come out here and follow me down to Deerfield a little bit, and glad to have you guys. And this is a nice setup. It's a little warm, but
it's a little warm.
You couldn't order up like that. We like the overcast.
This is June in Mississippi, right? June in Mississippi, but it's great. We appreciate you guys being here.
How was your fishing trip, bud?
It was good. It's always good to go fishing. I got a little fishing injury right here, but caught about 4 or 5 reds down in Louisiana, so it was good, you know.
We won't share the fishing injury story on the show.
Please don't.
Well, listen, share a little bit about Deerfield. Look, when we should tell people, it's a Byron Nelson design. I think in terms of a championship golf course, one of the great layouts and designs in the state of Mississippi. That's my own take on it. But just tell us about the golf course, what you like about the golf course, what you like being here as the head pro.
You know, I came here probably 15, 18 years ago when the copper scramble was here, and knew a friend of a friend and showed up, and just got a good feeling driving into the neighborhood. It's a beautiful neighborhood, but the golf course is just consistently, week in, week out, month in, year out, and I've played all over the place. Yeah. The mini verde greens, the 419 fairways, it's just consistently in great shape. It's a player's golf course, but it's also friendly enough for every players of all abilities to play the course.
Yeah, I think if you play the right tees, I think it's a good. It's a good course here to play, But it can be punishing, It's got
one of the challenging golf course.
Toughest finishing stretches in the state, I think. This 16, 17, and 18 are a trial for everybody. Good, well thought out golf course.
As I get a little bit older, the blue tees, I just rather not play the blues all the way back. Back of the white tees is fine. It's pretty friendly from there. But once you back it all the way up, it's tough, John.
Well, we'll talk a little more about the golf course and certainly the best way for people to get out and play and some of the things that you guys have going on. Again, I pay my membership here. I play all the time, out here when I can, although it's few and far between these days. But Ollie, just tell our audience your story a little bit. I mean, coming over like Stuart, coming over and making your life over here in the States. Right.
Well, go back to 1990 when I was 18 years old and had the opportunity to play at Southeastern Louisiana. This is before Google and internet, and had no idea where I was going except kind of looking at a map, Stuart, and I wanted to be in the southeast of, Florida was probably my first choice, but Louisiana, Georgia, Mississippi, somewhere that was easy to get backwards and forwards from. And I was fortunate enough to get a full scholarship at Southeast Louisiana and came over there, played a couple of years, met my wife, Wendy, who's from New Orleans, and then that was it. I fell in love, and that was it. I stayed, Lived in New Orleans till Katrina. And when Katrina hit, I lost my job at Lakewood Golf Country Club down there in the West Bank, and I knew Lee Brennan and Bryant Himes and a bunch of golf pros up here, and it was just such a nice spot. And like I said, I played the Copper years ago, and we just somehow ended up here at Deerfield. And it's just strange how life works to it.
It sure is. It sure is. That you end up somewhere that you have no thought in your mind that that's where you could be, and suddenly there you are. Yeah. It's a nice thing when you end up. It's a very friendly place.
It is.
This area, this golf course, the people around it. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to. I think it's a great place to raise kids. I think it's
absolutely
good school districts. It's got a lot going for it, and well, we're very happy to have you here.
Yeah, Louisiana's lost, Mississippi's gain, and both England's double loss.
There you go.
Mississippi's gain. Ollie, tell us a little bit about what we're offering here at the Deerfield course, and I know the memberships are healthy. They're going up all the time. Just tell everyone how they can be a part of the Deerfield experience.
Well, thanks, John. I mean, since I joined here in February 1st, we've picked up 40 new members, so that puts us right around 350 members.
Excellent.
And to be quite honest, I haven't done a whole lot to, get out there. And that's why I've got you guys out here to help me.
Sure.
So we're very healthy in the membership-wise. We may gain 20, 30 more members, but our owners here really look at the membership experience and being able to play and limiting outside events and different things like that. So the owners here are very aware of just taking care of the members.
Yeah.
And we've got a great driving range. We've got a terrific golf course. The members have been putting, the owners have been putting a lot of money in over the last 4 or 5 years.
Sure have. Yeah.
Making some improvements and continue to improve the place. And it's just we got great members, and it's just a fun place to work.
Yeah.
My commute, by the way, is really good. I jump in a golf cart down here on them before I drive to work. So
That's pretty convenient.
That's tremendous. And with you and Billy here, I mean, for people to learn the game, from beginners to quite frankly, between you and Billy, I have to say, to almost top end players, really quality players, it's a great place for them to come and have some lessons and some coaching and swing coaching and
absolutely, yeah. Stuart, a big part of me coming here was junior golf too, and kind of next generation. Not trying to find the next Tiger Woods, but really creating the next generation of golfers.
Right.
Whether you're shooting 70, 80, 90, just getting kids involved. And we have the opportunity to bring in Margot and the first tee of Central Mississippi, and Allie, who's doing a terrific job too. And we've got a big old clubhouse that's not being utilized as much as it could be. Yeah. And we found them a spot, and we took care of them. And Margot's trying to get the program up and going with Allie, and they're doing a great job. And I went through the training. Which was pretty serious stuff, but it's kind of like baseball or taekwondo. They've really broken it down into the player and par and just not just giving a kid a club and saying, do this, do that. It's, snag equipment.
It feels like I'm kind of doing taekwondo sometimes with the golf ball, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
But it's a great program, and I really didn't know too much about it, but I went through the training, and it really is. So in conjunction with the first tee, me and Tristan, our assistant golf pro here, have been trained, and we're going to work and build on this first tee program at long term.
And I'll say to close, what I think the great parts of the membership are here at Deerfield is it's affordable. It won't.
No doubt,
it will not break your bank account, but at the same time, you're getting a championship golf course and a real golf experience. It's affordable, and also it is playable, as you said, in the sense of it's a challenging golf course, but friendly enough. But also, if you're a member, you can get out here. You know what I mean? Not that golf courses don't want tournaments, and there are a lot of great tournaments out here, I know, at Deerfield, but the affordability and the ability to kind of get out and play when you need to play.
Absolutely. I mean, going over a breakdown,
please do.
Full membership's $260, and that includes golf cart, range, swimming pool, the whole shebang for $260 a month. And we even have a couple different breakdowns for the 34 and under that just trying to get on the feet, out of college, kids, family, mortgage. And you're at $199, or we even have a $99 a month, and you can walk. You have to pay a cart fee if you ride, but we've got a lot of different options there for everybody. And my job is just to get the word out how fantastic this golf course is and how affordable it is, and good things are happening.
Yeah, that's another thing about this course. It is a walkable golf course.
Oh, entirely.
So it's not too much distance between greens and the next tees, and it's not too hilly or anything. So it's walkable for
not in June.
Not in June or July or August.
Well, you could. John could. He's in shape. He's in shape, man. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think I may be in the least shape of the three, despite maybe having the most youth. But no, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I look here, I see 9 green. There's 10 tee, right next to you. I think you and I all agree, we all like to drink beer. I think that's established here. We have some great beer from Tin Roof.
I seem to be lacking, but I'll make up for it. Don't worry.
You've got it coming. But so there's a reason to have the golf cart. But you and I all agree, walking the game, and it's the way to really. I think you talk about play it where it lies. Walking is really the way I think to enjoy the game the most.
Absolutely. Yeah. I've had a few experiences over the years where it was cart path only, and we got caddies and different things, and it's like a totally different golf course.
Rather walk with cart path only.
Play the ball down. Hole it out, walk the golf course.
There it is.
I never rode a golf cart until I was 18 years old.
Did you guys, was it ever a thing in England?
No.
Golf cart?
There was, I played one course
the golf
once,
buggy,
way many years ago, where they had 2 golf carts. And I did rent it for 9 holes one, but I think my wife of the time chastised me heavily for doing that.
And now he
Like
sells. And now he sells golf
like
cars.
a week's salary it cost me.
Yeah.
to
He went
rent
from
it.
not even knowing what they were to selling them. Gulf States Golf Cars, Stuart, Conway, Highway 51 in Ridgeland. We're here at Deerfield Golf Club. Ali Thomson, head PGA pro, and we've got a cool segment coming up. Ali, you and I were talking about when you play with amateurs, when you see amateurs come out here, 85, 90% of them, what is the one area that you think that makes you do that? What is it?
Just chipping the golf ball, pitching and chipping the golf ball. It's, you know, and there's an art and a skill, and you got to be pretty precise on the chipping. But if they could get just the basic core fundamentals down, John, it's really not that scary a shot. You know, let's get the ball in the hole.
Yeah, and we're gonna break it down for you next. Look, we keep it simple here on Play It Where It Lies. We're about everybody's game, the everyman, whether you're the 2 handicap or like Hack and Hank, the 22 handicap behind us. You know, we are here to make you enjoy the game more. So we're gonna step to the green here quickly and have tips and chips or chip and tips, whatever we're doing. We're drinking beer,
Fish and
hanging out with fish and chips. Sounds even better. We're gonna go to the green, kind of help you simplify that thing and show you how, as Ali said, to get the ball next to the hole. This is Play It Where It Lies from Deerfield Golf Club, having so much fun. Big shout out to Southern Beverage, our beer partner, as well as we said, Gulf States Golf Cars, and certainly Deerfield Golf Club. Share the show, follow us here on Bash Brothers Deerfield as well to get in on the big Titleist promotion, and stay with us on Play It Where It Lies. So Play It Where It Lies here. Tips to chip, or I think we got drunk and called it fish and chips. Like either way,
I like that.
The point is, listen, we got to get people to chip the ball next to the hole. Ali, we know how important chipping is in this game.
Of course. I mean, you can hit the ball solid from tee to green, and then I see people flubbing it and junking it, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, let's just get the ball on the green, get it rolling to the hole.
So what are the 2 or 3 things? Take us through on a basic level your approach to the chip shot and the 2 or 3 things that our viewers, your amateur golfers, need to make sure to do to hit solid chip shots.
Okay, well, let's go through it. We've got a little chip shot here that's moving left. I mean, obviously, you know, get a little bit closer, get the club a little bit more vertical this way. And then the big thing is just brush the grass. You know, everybody tries to dig and put it too far back. Get the shaft up here and keep working this way. Keep turning.
Everything that I see, Ali, is simple and compact, and what I'm seeing you do is it's a simple setup. The ball's in the middle of your stance. It's a short back. It's like you don't have to overcomplicate this thing.
Don't overcomplicate. Not too open, not too wide, not too narrow, not too far forward. You know, there's so much information out there on the chipping of the ball, but really all we're trying to do is brush the grass. The biggest thing I see, and we've all talked about this, you know, the flipping right here with the wrist. Well, look, let the shoulders move it. Just turn, just turn. Be a little bit open. You know, take 1 or 2 aspirin. Don't take the whole bottle. You know, don't be open here. Don't be so far back that the handle's way in front. I see people getting all kinds of weird positions, you know, when they're chipping the ball. You know, shaft upright, somewhere in the middle, and just brush the grass. See, that was quality right there.
Keep it simple, don't overtake the aspirin, brush the grass, finish with your shoulder to the target, and again, something consistently that we can chip the ball on the green, give yourself some confidence, and give yourself a chance to make some putts.
Correct. Confidence is a key. Once you lose confidence chipping, it gets really difficult.
Now, I know it's easy for the PGA pro who'll go put a 61 on you, you know what I mean, in a heartbeat, but we're trying to make the game a little easier, certainly for everybody, because it's always more fun that way, and this should be an easy part of the game, or at least part of the game where you feel good about and you say, hey, I'm gonna step up and hit a good chip shot.
Absolutely.
This is fish and chips, chip to rip, rip and chip, chip and dip. Ali Thomson, I'm John Wiener, Play It Where It Lies.
The good, the bad, the hard in golf. This is Play It Where It Lies.
Hey, welcome back here. Stuart the Gent here alongside John, and we have to say thanks to Ollie for a great little chip in and pitch in.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Like you see people try to chip through all of this. It's like the same thing. It shouldn't be that difficult to, you know.
Shouldn't be. Put that Texas wedge away.
Yeah, exactly. and pick up the, you know, the I don't know, I don't know where I was going with that, but that's okay. Put the Texas wedge away, and we'll keep going here on Play It Where It Lies. We're on BashBrothersMedia.com. Of course, follow us on Twitter, on Facebook. Make sure you're sharing the show everywhere, and also follow our guys at Deerfield on Facebook.com, where you can see all the great news here from Deerfield Golf Club. We're excited to be out here. It is getting cooler than it was 20 minutes ago, and it was a lot hotter though, than 2 hours ago. We've been going through it over here.
Yeah, we've been fortunate now. The sun's kind of going behind the nice tree back there, and we got a little breeze coming in, so it's a whole lot more livable right now out here.
Speaking of livable, it's just a beautiful setting and a beautiful, it makes you feel good about playing golf, I think, being out here in Deerfield.
Yeah, it does. It's a very picturesque area. Grass is always in great shape.
And some picturesque people on screen, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at myself.
Everybody wants your shades, Stuart. I like doing a show in shades and a hat. Well, let's do a quick Play It, Drop It, Roll It, and it'll be kind of all Deerfield Golf Club related. And again, such a great time for us to do this show, and we'll be focusing on local golf here in Mississippi and your game specifically over the next 2-3 weeks as we lead ahead to the Open Championship at Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland. Let's get into Play It, Drop It, Roll It. Stuart, here at Deerfield, we start with par fives on both sides. 1 is a par 5, 10 is a par 5. Play It, Drop It, Roll It, starting par 5s on each side.
I'm definitely starting with par 5s. Okay. I love it. I love it. One of the reasons I love it is it's par 5s generally are fairly friendly holes to start off with. You can do the risk-reward thing here or anywhere else where you can play it as a par 5 and it becomes a nice hole to play, gives you a nice start, doesn't put you under too much pressure. Or you can go for that risk-reward right away and try and rip it down there and get onto that green, over the lake, around the bunkers, etc.
It depends on your par 5. Like out here, these are 2-shot par 5s, kind of. There's a lot of trouble everywhere.
There is, But I think one of the great things about par 5s on golf courses, particularly golf courses that get, their fair share of play, as this one does here at Deerfield, is that a par 5 starting off really lets the group stretch out a little bit.
Okay, it does. So you're saying, because that's my question, is because you see a lot of times, difficult short par 4s or, par 5s that are real sort of everyone's waiting for the green to clear, and that pace of play can be important for your starting hole.
And it is important, particularly when if you get off to a bad start and you start getting caught up in groups right away. But it may take a little because you're going to have those groups on the first who are going to stand back and wait for the green to clear. But as soon as you start getting through that hole, here is a perfect setup on the front 9. I think it's a par 5 followed by a relatively short par 4 and a par 3. And then you get into the course.
Yeah, and then you can start to hit your golf shots a little bit.
Right, exactly. So I think it's got that great setup here of stretching it out, letting people get into their game quickly, and I think it's a really good. I think it works very well here. Worked in England at a few courses I played in England where they started with a par 5. Again, little slow on the first hole, but as soon as you got into the round, you found yourself playing your round of golf at your pace.
Yeah, it's not typical, with the par 5 starting on 1 and on 10, but I'm going to play it for this reason. I think it just injects some excitement right away into the golf course. You can go make a birdie on that first hole, and a lot of times on the 10th hole, you can come back around and say, man, I need a good start. I need to make a birdie, and obviously the par 5 presents that opportunity, and also allows you to let's be honest, you can kind of scrape it around in a par 5, hit one good shot and get yourself a par, even though you're kind of trying to you hit a drive that may be a little squirrely, kind of punch it back into play and still have your approach shot. You know what I mean?
Have your chance.
I'm going to play it as well on the starting par 5s. Going off of the back. I do it a lot out here, going off the back 9 to start off.
Well, I think it's absolutely fine, and we see the pros doing it every weekend in all their tournaments. They start front and back. They start going off. I've always preferred playing a course as it was built, i.e. 1 through 18. I have no real issue with it. Okay. This is one I'm actually rolling, as if you hadn't got that yet. Because I'm kind of ambivalent on that, whether it's I don't think it makes a huge difference to the way, but I think that I tend to gravitate towards playing it as it was built, 1 through 18.
I'm going to roll it as well for the same reason, because I do think in the really good course designs, there is a flow to the course 1 through 18. Certainly when you get to your finishing holes, and I know, right, like 8, 9, it can kind of be its own finish, but there is something to playing a golf course 1 through 18, and I'm with you, especially if you're playing seriously, or you're, you know, it's the same score either way, but I'm like you. I like to go off the first if I can, but what I like about Deerfield and what I can't stand in other places is when there's a jam up on the first hole and the 10 tee is wide open. At every instant, play it. Go off the back all day. You come out here, every experience, you got a membership out here, especially jammed up on the front side. Billy tell you all the time, go off the back, no problem, as long as you're not getting in front of somebody coming up 9. So I think it's a situational thing for me. I would drop it in the sense that, like, I always want to start on the first tee. I think the good golf courses, there's a reason 1 is 1 and 10 is 10 and 9 is 18 and the same way. But on the other side, in practicality speaking, if it makes more sense to go off the back, I'm all for it. We need to do things that make sense here and make things easier for the golfer to play.
That's exactly right. Logical. Keep it logical.
Last one here, play it, drop it, roll it. Billy Allen coming up, man. Billy's it's been a long day for Billy already. Man. This one could get fun. We may have to get
be a lot of fun with Billy.
Ready for Billy. The 19th hole.
Yeah, I think the 19th hole is an important aspect of a golf club. It allows us to go in and, I mean, apart from the libations that we partake in as we end our rounds, it's a great place to converse, to meet people, to be introduced to people. I've made some great friendships in them, and I think it's something which is sometimes now lacking. People tend to be in a hurry at the end of the round to, you know, settle up the bet and go home. You know,
it's funny that you say that, because that's why I was going to drop it, and I think that it's a flaw in, like, my thinking is that when I get done playing, I'm always ready to leave the golf course.
Right.
And I think most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, I'm just steaming mad from whatever 7 I've just made on 17 or 18 going in. But Stuart, it does feel like every time I'm like, oh, I got to get back to my life and get back and go do these other things. And I'm not typically a guy that has much for the 19th hole in terms of, you know, hanging around after, especially if it's your home course. But I think I'm missing out.
I think you are. I think you are, and I think that a lot of people are nowadays, and we all seem to be in a hurry in our lives these days, you know, and I know sometimes golf can be frustrating, and you do want to get the heck out of there and just, you know, forget everything that ever happened.
Just flee the
scene. But, you know, take some time, smell the roses, you know, get yourself a glass of wine or a nice big long chilled drink and just chat with some folks and chat with a pro and
I should do that
and
more.
Meet some people.
The game should be fun. It should be about friendship. I mean, you and I both, and you are much better than I am at sort of keeping your composure, but you and I both, we're competitive and we want to play well. You know, I tell people on the flip side, the day I quit trying and caring when I play badly is the day I'm not going to play.
Well, yeah,
but that doesn't mean, like, once the round is over, you know, that you should just be steaming a gasket out of your head. You know, take some time. It's a great 19th hole up here at Deerfield.
It is. It is a great 19th hole. They did a nice job. Got a nice balcony. You can sit outside, watch people coming in on 9 and 18. You know, I mean, so it's got it all going on here. Yeah, it's
well,
great
I
place.
tell you what Deerfield is certainly famous for. You talk about watching people coming in, and the 19th hole. We heard Ollie mention the copper earlier.
That's
the
right.
memorial, the Calcutta, the stories.
Yeah.
What happens at the Deerfield tournaments on the course and late into the night are nothing short of legendary. And we're going to get a peek at that next with Billy Allen and learn a lot more about Deerfield Golf Club. One of the greatest, sort of most fun people in the game here in Mississippi, Billy Allen. Of course, Stuart Conway, the gent we always love having on Play It Where It Lies. I'm John Wiener. Big shout out to Hack and Hank behind the camera. ISO Joe over here out on the golf scene. Josh the Juice on audio. We hope he's not, like, spontaneously combusting yet in his black Bash Brothers shirt. But everybody doing good work here on the Bash Brothers crew, and you're doing great work, and I know enjoying the show, listening and watching Play It Where It Lies. Big video show this week. We're here at Deerfield. We got some fun live interactive segments. Our putt-off, our Play It Where It Lies prize putt-off still to come.
Still to come.
You're putting for Willie Mack. I'm putting for Jason Guthrie. A lot on the line. Our big Titleist AP3 promo is going to happen with the show. Make sure you share it, retweet it, follow Bash Brothers and Deerfield, tag a friend, and you enter to win a brand new, spanking new, unwrapped set of Titleist AP3s, some swag from Southern Beverage and Bash Brothers, and more. Billy Allen coming up next on Play It Where It Lies.
Golf gives and takes away. We play it where it lies.
Play It Where It Lies here from Deerfield Golf Club. I'm John Wiener, Stuart the Gent Conway, and the fun's about to start. Billy Allen, the general manager here at Deerfield Golf Club. Have you run the members off yet?
I try every day to lose at least 5, but my average is at 3. So I'm really going to put it down hard this last few months of the year.
Well, you got a chance right here. You know what I mean? You just do even more. We got a mic on you. Everything's extended.
You know, I'm finding that most golfers, though, they're masochists in the sense that they really love for you to talk bad about them in front of them, actually, in front of a group of people. Let them know just how bad they are, how bad they chip, how bad they putt. Because then what they do is they turn it around and say, well, you got to give me stroke.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I mean, it's just
that
the way
old
it is.
story.
Yeah, it's all that kind of game. Well, listen, Billy, we're super excited to be out here at Deerfield. You know how much I love this golf course, and I know you love being here too at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. I interviewed out here with Lee Brannon in 2014, I guess, when they took it over from the Colonial foreclosure. And actually, we left in a golf cart right about here, and we drove down number 1. We made it to the fairway bunker, and he turned around and said, "You've got the job if you want it." And I said, "Look, I'm in."
They must not have had anybody apply.
Nobody, absolutely nobody. I mean, you know, it essentially, my first paycheck was in fact a 5-pound bag of peanuts. They were out of date, but it was still a 5-pound bag. So it's been a great mix for me. I came from Dancing Rabbit, obviously, and the people that I would see would be maybe once or twice a year.
Sure.
You know, I'm a member kind of guy. I like to see people every day. I like to know what's going on in their lives and really try to make an identity out of the place that I'm at.
Sure.
And here, it's been a great opportunity. I'm really thankful to all the ownership, all of the members who have put up with me to this point.
Yeah, it's a tough task.
Yes, it is. You'll know more than anybody.
Well, you're involved a lot, Billy, in teaching and here. I mean, before Ollie came on, Teaching Pro, you were probably it. You know, I mean, Lee did a little bit, I know, in the beginning, but it's kind of taken a back seat to you now in the whole place. And
Sure.
And you have quite a storied junior career yourself and college career, don't you?
Oh yeah, look, I was a 9-hole champion for like 7 years running. You know, down in way south Mississippi. You wouldn't even know the golf course at this point.
Is it the same one that Club Pro guy played?
Yes, indeed.
Tell us your story real quick in terms of you know how you got here and your life in golf.
Well, I grew up in Byram, so I'm fairly local. I played here some in high school. I went to Hillcrest, and we played MRA and prep and all these guys up here. So I was familiar with Deerfield. I didn't have. It's a different career now than when I was a junior. I wanted to play. My dream was to play in the group with my dad, who was a really good player, and you know, I wanted to play with his guys. So that was what I strived to do, is play with them on the weekend. Now kids are traveling all over the country, and it's a different level of golf.
Yeah.
I didn't go nationally and play in anything, and I regret that now. But as far as my goals back then, I met all of them. I was able to play with my dad a bunch, and now I look back on it, and I wouldn't have traded that for anything.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
So, again, I was a good player in the area.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
You know, probably, as most juniors are, we tend to squander our abilities at some point when we discover other things outside of golf.
Cheers to that.
Thank heavens you did.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I've got an 8-year-old now that I'm thankful for every day.
Yeah.
So the I know what a lot of this tournament, this course is famous for, is some of the great tournaments that go on here, the Copper, the Memorial, especially. Just tell us kind of what those events are about, and you know, I know John Daly had a famous appearance here one time and disappeared for a while and came back, but it's always a big time in those big events out here.
Yeah, we don't do many. We don't try to oversaturate you know, our membership or the area with events. But the few that we do, we try to do really well. We try to go all out if we can, and make it an experience when you get here. You know, there's the Copper from 25 years ago is still talked about today.
Yes.
You know, obviously had to change a few things, legally.
Sure.
But if you come out
FDA
here,
stepped in.
Yes.
So wait a second.
and the CDC as well. If you come out here to play golf, we cater to you as a golfer.
Yes.
We don't try to throw anything at you that would be, just all flair. We try to give you exactly what you're looking for as a golfer that comes in and pays entry fee to play golf, and to have a great time. We're going to make fun of everybody that comes in. We want it to feel like you're at home.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to have everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you certainly do a great job at that, and over the years, it's been great having you out here. I enjoy coming up. The addition of Ollie is terrific. I don't know who had that stroke of genius or whatever it might be called to bring him out, but it's certainly a great addition here.
Did you
great
say a swig of genius?
Great
Yeah.
sense of
Genius.
humor. Everybody here, and it's always been
Yeah.
a fun place to come and play.
Well, they actually, with Ollie, obviously has been great. For me, I will sell an idea to you. Ollie will actually deliver that idea.
Well,
Right.
somebody's got to have the idea originally.
Right,
you know,
I am a golf professional who is the son of a car salesman. So if you believe a word that comes out of my mouth, you are way behind the eight ball.
Well, and we close, I will say one thing that I know stands out to a ton of people, consistently the greens, the condition of the course, but the greens always are just such a joy to roll, such a difficulty to roll at some point. They can get so quick out here in a good kind of way. I mean, really challenge you. And I know your staff out here, I know Ollie wanted to shout out, the superintendents and people, but I know the staff is really committed to making this a first-class golf experience with the conditions of the course.
Oh, no question. And that was one thing that when I interviewed here, it made my mind up. I actually came from Dancing Rabbit, which is obviously a phenomenal facility.
Yeah.
And when I found out that the golf professional that had been here for 30 years and the superintendent were actually putting their own money up to buy into the idea of Deerfield going forward, that made all of my fears go away. And Brian DeWeese, he is absolutely fantastic. He does a great job. I mean, there is nowhere in the country better for the dollar than Deerfield Golf Club because of those guys, especially Brian and his crew. It's a pleasure to come out every day. Like you said, the greens are always phenomenal. People always think they're faster than they are. Consistently, we're probably somewhere between 9.5 and 10.5, but on a downhill putt with some slope, it turns into 17 to 20.
A 2-footer will become 6 feet
Oh,
quickly.
no doubt, no doubt, especially with that Parkinson stroke that you put in on. But it's a phenomenal play.
Occasionally now.
Well, I've seen you putt. I just, I don't want to play you for any money. I'm scared I'll get beat and then have to take professional off of my title at some point. But it's a great facility, and again, we want to make it as comfortable for all golfers that come out as possible. We're really focused on pace of play being very comfortable. We're a 4-hour or less round of golf facility.
Huge.
And that's. People are so busy now.
I know.
It's
probably
just
too busy. It's like not that busy. We're saying stay on the 19th hole. You don't have to rush off the golf course. You know
but people do tend to. They don't relax enough people anymore.
No.
After the round, it's time to just kick back, have a couple of beers or whatever.
But still, if you're that kind of guy, like you said, you can play here. 3:45 and go on about your day.
Right. You can.
Yeah. Nobody wants to spend 6.5 hours at a golf course. I mean, I love golf, but you know what I mean. Even then, it's like.
No, even if you shoot 65, 6.5 hours is still pretty tough. I'd rather come out here and shoot 78. Not really.
I would head to a megaphone if I was like, I'd rush to the first computer I could get to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the pace of play, the conditions, just everything, and absolutely, and affordable as well for the membership.
Yes.
There's nowhere, and it's why I came over here at the end of the day in terms of affordability and championship golf, being able to play when you want to.
And that reminds me, I do need to check your account before we leave.
It's way up.
Because I don't
that credit limit.
We're behind on a few payments. This didn't take care of it.
But one other thing here, this isn't the fact. It's just not a golf course. You do you've got facilities here that you can do weddings, you can do functions, you can have other things going on. Right. You've got the first tee here. You've got a lot going on at this course.
Oh, and there's no question. I mean, this clubhouse obviously was built in 1980, 1981. This was actually designed by E. Jones. This was the first commercial building, maybe the only commercial building that he ever did. And he was actually an apprentice of Frank Lloyd Wright. So we've got a huge building, and it's not used for the purposes that it was originally designed. They're just, you don't have that need as a club any longer. So we love to have events come in, birthday parties, weddings, whatnot. We're very affordable. We'll work with you, obviously, any way we can. It's just it's a beautiful place. You won't see anything else like it.
Call Billy directly if you have any sort of function like that. Birthday party, wedding, you know, men's convention, you want to play bingo at Deerfield. Like, we got Billy's number right on screen. Call Billy directly.
It should be flashing on the screen at this point. It's 911-111-1111.
He's so ready to take care of it. Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's bashbrothersmedia.com. It's facebook.com at Deerfield Golf Club and Bash Brothers Media for our big Titleist promotion, along with Southern Beverage as well, and certainly to see all of the great Play It Where It Lies content, visit Bash Brothers, and to be a part of the Deerfield experience, follow them on Facebook. We got the number on screen. Call Deerfield anytime, and just come on out, and the guys will welcome you with open arms. Billy Allen, always a pleasure catching up with you,
Certainly,
man.
sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy.
We're going to, we will, I haven't had enough tin roof, but maybe
no, you have not.
No, you have not. More. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back and wrap it up, punching out on Play It Where It Lies. Stay with us.
Golf puts you in tough spots. We play it where it lies.
Punching out here on Play It Where It Lies, and kind of bittersweet that we're punching out at this point, Stuart. It's gotten cooler, we've gotten close to drunk, and we're having some fun.
We are having fun here. You know, I say the sun's gone behind the tree now, the shadows, a little bit of breeze. Billy's chased off all the members.
Yeah, that's right. Ollie drank all the beer.
Ollie drank all the beer.
Man. We may have to wind it up. But, and first of all, a disclaimer, like the Gent, like there are some of us who just get like piss drunk, you know what I mean? Like the Gent is always composed,
I tried
if nothing else, but I'm well on my way to the other end. But yeah, you know, it's just a lot of fun, Stuart. Like this is what excites me about doing a show like this, is when you can really get out and be in the community and get even more people involved, quality people and quality partners. You're a charter partner with Gulf States Golf Cars, which we're so appreciative of, and this show just keeps growing all the time. Yeah,
it's great to be here, and it's one of these things that you wrote down in a note somewhere that I picked up on. You said finding the right course, and it's important to find that, and I'm taking that as meaning find the right course for you to play and to come to. And it's courses like this, and courses, there are other local courses as well. Friendly courses, nicely laid out, good condition. They try their best to make it all happen, friendly, you know, everything going for it. It's not just about the game of golf, but it's the golf life that we live around and talk about. Pros like Ollie, pros like Billy.
It's so well said, Stuart. It's so well said. And and Deerfield to me shows you like your course doesn't have to be a bad experience.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you said, it's like it's not all courses get it all right in terms of somewhere you can afford, you can play, you enjoy the people. I mean, it's actually rare. In a sense, though, I mean, it is possible, though, rare, but in Deerfield is a good example, possible you can have a championship experience, it can be affordable, it can be competitive, it can be fun, friendly, and all of those things.
Everything put together, and you said that very well, I will say that, you know, I mean, and it's a playable course, providing you play from the correct tees. Don't try and take on too much here, otherwise it will eat you up.
This course and a lot of courses, like they'll give you plenty from 63, 64. Like you shoot 69 from up there, okay. Like then take it back, but no, you hit the nail on the head. Well, just want to, as we close here, first of all, thank our charter partners, certainly Gulf States Golf Cars, Highway 51 in Ridgeland. You guys have been with us for a long time, and you talk about another great business with great people, great service, and a great product. It's you guys at Gulf States.
Thank Thank you, thank you. We try our best.
I've rehearsed that one, man.
Well, that was good. That was good. That was good.
No rehearsal at all. Look, I'm all about quality people. We are here at Bash Brothers and Play It Where It Lies. That's why we have Stuart the Gent, and that's why we've partnered up with our friends here at Deerfield Golf Club, Ollie Thomson and Billy Allen specifically. Big thanks to all of them. Lee Brandon certainly as well. It's just a great experience out here at Deerfield. Thanks to Southern Beverage as well. I didn't even need to look at the notes. You got Ghost River, Tin Roof, and the Beach Blonde Ale, which is from Grayton 30A, which is also really delicious. I've had the Tin Roof and the Grayton as well. Nice light beers to drink here in the summertime. So big shout out to Southern Beverage and our guy Matt Jeffries for making that happen. And certainly the big promo here is still to come. If you're watching this show, it's really through Monday essentially. Like, follow on Facebook, Twitter. You got to follow Deerfield Golf Club and Bash Brothers Media. Make sure you share or retweet the show, certainly depending on the platform, and tag a friend and enter to win a brand new set of Titleist AP3 irons and some Southern Beverage swag as well. And Stuart, we've given them tips on how to get better. We've given them laughs. We've given them the best golf course that you can play here in the metro area. And look, there's, and I'll say this as a disclaimer, because you and I both play everywhere. Like there are a lot of good quality golf courses around, and it's not to say, well, look, it's only this course and none else. I love being out here, and I think that the opportunity to get around and also play other courses is warranted too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I think that you would ask people, and people would always put Deerfield at the top of their list.
No doubt about it.
But yeah, there's plenty of other great courses around here to play, and we've got some good ones, and you don't have to travel too far to find some other really, really good courses in this state and in this area. So.
But yeah, certainly, excited to do some more stuff with Deerfield. Coming up at Bash Brothers Media, we'll have we went out and hung out with the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame at the Celebrity Golf Tournament about a month back. The Gent was off traveling the world as he's wont to do, and we decided to go have some fun out at Annandale Golf Club, coincidentally, for the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame tournament. So that'll be coming up soon. Make sure you get in on the big Titleist promo as well. And the moment that everybody's been waiting for is coming up. The Play It Where It Lies prize putt-off. You're putting for Willie Mack.
Willie Mack.
I don't know what Willie Mack was thinking. I'm putting for Jason Guthrie. His money's in the right place. And that's going to close us out here. Our Play It Where It Lies prize putt-off. The first one here from Deerfield Golf Club. Stuart the Gent, Conway, always a pleasure.
John.
Special show here. Shout out to ISO Joe, Josh the Juice, Heck and Hank, our director. Big thanks to Billy Allen, Ollie Thomson, and the guys here at Deerfield Golf Club. I'm John Wiener. We will see you next week.
Hit them good and long.
This is the first Play It Where It Lies prize putt-off. Now, we've run the promotion, Stuart. One lucky fan, Willie Mack, has picked you.
He's my man.
And Jason Guthrie, who I'm putting for, has picked me. One lucky fan apiece. And the winner, Stuart, is going to get a round of golf with me and you right here at Deerfield Golf Club. That might be a two-putt. Oh, I think you needed more sauce on it than that. Oh! Let's see if we can make one.
Well, he had a good try.
That'll do. That'll do. I'm liking my chances.
And he can't hit this putter hard enough.
I think you're going to have to hit it a little harder.
I am playing with a borrowed putter, Willie Mack. I'm sorry.
This is going to be a downhill putt, Stuart. We're going to have to hang that thing way out to the right.
So, John, I don't want you to put into your mind that to leave it 8 feet short. Okay?
So I'm only one stroke up right now.
Leave it 8 feet
stroke
short.
play. If I leave it 8 feet short, it's going to be a lot left. That one better settle. Oh, it's gone. That one better settle. It might go in. Oh, it's gone. Oh, that is way gone. Stuart so psyched me out.
I did what I said not to do.
A little dicey. Game time.
What a good try.
Oh, I thought I had enough on it. Which means the Gent has to make this putt to stay in the match.
And he's pulled it. Oh! Willie Mack, I'm sorry.
Jason Guthrie is our winner. Always good fun here on Play It Where It Lies. It's the Play It Where It Lies prize putt off, our first one here from Deerfield Golf Club. He's the Gent. I'm John Wiener. This is Play It Where It Lies. Good fun.
Good fun. Good times.
Thanks for joining Play It Where It Lies. Tee it up with us every week at Bash Brothers Media. Driven by Gulf States Golf Cars.